Welcome to my journey through the Bible. This will be applications you can apply to your life and a little more in depth about the chapter. We are in Leviticus 4 1 through 35. Okay, so let me start off. We have all sinned and fallen short of the glory of God. That is in Romans 3:23. So sometimes we sin and we are not aware of it. But even if we sin not knowingly, it is still wrong, and there still will be consequences that will have to be paid. And eventually in life, when we sin, even unknowingly, unaware of it, unintentionally, it will be brought to light by God, or God may even use somebody else to come up and tell you, hey, this is what you did wrong. Now, before you just push it off and dismiss it, take time to look at what the person has told you, or maybe what God has showed you in a word or a sermon. That think about it and say, hey, is this true? Did I do this and I just was unaware of it? And of course, then once it is pointed out, once it's brought to your knowledge that you did do this, then that is when you come to God and you repent and you ask for forgiveness. And God is faithful and He is true to His word. He will forgive you if you ask Him. Now, there are all kinds of sin, and in the Bible, different animals represented different kinds of sin. We will eventually get to that part, but I don't want to jump ahead. So, sin, you can have a stressful life. You can be overwhelmed by so many things being thrown at you by the enemy that you sin before you even realized it. You sin unknowingly and unaware of it. But that is sin. That kind of sin is very different from the kind of sin of knowing that something is wrong and you still choose to do it regardless. That's a totally different thing at that point, because you're sinning and you know it while you're sinning. And really, this just all comes down to your heart and where it is with God, because what is in your heart is going to come out your mouth and is going to come out in your actions and the way that you react to things. So this is why it is so important for us to guard our heart. Now, God's law was there to teach and to guide the people, to make them aware of sin in their life and their actions and ways to atone for those actions and those sins. Now, the same laws apply to us today. We have God's laws, we have His commandments, and it will show us where we need to make changes in our life. Now, changes are never easy. It's hard to go against habits you've already instilled in yourself, or maybe a part of your character that's always been there and you wasn't aware of it until just now when it came to light. Those are going to be hard to break, those habits. It's going to be hard to overcome it, but you can do that with Christ. It says we can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. That's in Philippians 4:13. May God be with you in everything and in every way.